Uh, yeah, I just really appreciate that conversation we had last month because as you know, I am writing a book and I'm also beginning as a coach and teaching dance. And especially during this virus season, I found myself a little bit stuck in terms of uh, say getting things done or beginning doing more things. I did feel the impulses and the need to step up, and yet I was at the same time feeling pressure by okay having to do something or having to have a plan for it. And in the conversation, what surprised me the most was that when you asked me about the thing I love doing, which I would very happily answer to teach contact improvisation, the dance class, and then I remember just saying to you the things that I always know to be true for me about it's not just about how much I love the activity of teaching that dance class, but actually the way that I naturally do that. And saying that, I feel a little bit hypocritical now of myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, you teach people so easily, and then on your own you struggle. But then what you in a way call me out for is that you ask me how I do my thing. And that's not exactly what you asked, but the essence of that, how do you do your thing, whatever that thing is. And I remember I just said to you, I went to the dance class and I smiled, and when I met someone who's new to the form, I smiled at them, and then I asked them to try this, something very small, and then I just leave one more small thing, after uh, a few times, and then the people begin to feel more comfortable and they are ready to roll and to explore. And I I remember that you paused me and you're like, hey, do you hold on and do you remember or do you hear what you just said? This is it. This is your essence. And so immediately I wrote down that and I've been posting that on a piece of post-it notes on my laptop. I just wrote it down. This is how I do my thing. Smile, try this, something small. And it has been a very important reminder for me for a lot of other things. An example of the how that has changed other things I do is that my writing, for example, I was a little bit stressed out with a deadline, a big outline, do this and that, and then I realized, no, Khuyen, that's not how you do things. You don't have a big grand plan and then you like do them. It's just not how you do things. And I was very reaffirmed by that because when I began sitting down to do my writing now, I actually don't look at the outline as much anymore. I did spend some time uh, reading that note of smile, and then I smiled because, well, I wrote that to myself, so I gotta remember that. And it feels very familiar, like coming home to the way I am, uniquely and very enjoyably the way I am. So I smiled, and then I wrote a few random lines, uh, and then I wrote a few more random things that may not be useful at all. But then I was launched into my own exploration, and writing for me always felt like an exploration rather than writing off some outline. And it's so satisfying to see that the the way I am, the way I do things spontaneously and explorative, it can be so easily translated into other domains just by a reminder like that. And not just in writing, but even in conversation. And now I bring that into my coaching, and I just do the same thing. I smile and I say, try this, and then try something else more, and then try something else more, and then very quickly the people that I talk with begin to go on their own exploration, and then at the end they had so much fun and get so much out of it. And yeah, the I mean that's really the change that you can see from the outside, but I think what's happened on the inside for me is kind of it's a very it softened my own like I gotta do that way or their way or the way that it should be. uh, it's not that I am being too critical, but I think there's always an element of distrust of my own genius. um, and it just the mirroring that you gave was so needed because yeah, I feel hypocritical myself. I do it with other people so easily, and then on my own I don't. And it's just like, oh gosh, I need that reminder. I need that mirror. So um, what it helped is really that reaffirmation of this way of being and the way I am. Um, so thank you so much, Niiamah.